My mother had passed away in September, and that's no excuse, but I had explained to my probation officer that I wasn't gonna be able to turn myself in because I had failed UAs, and my IOP counselor had told me that he was gonna recommend that I do residential treatment. And that's when I got the MTR. When I got the MTR, my probation officer contacted me and told me to turn myself in. And I told her, I'm sorry, man, but I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. My mother's in ICU because she had COVID at the time. And I didn't want to turn myself in and her pass away and me not be there, not go to the viewing or anything. So she said, okay, well, I'll set you a date that you can turn yourself in later in October. Hopefully everything goes well and she pulls through, and she ended up not pulling through and she passed away. Contacted me again, and I just told her, I'm sorry, man, but now I'm just not gonna turn myself in. And then I just stopped reporting. No more contact.
2020 CR 10203, State of Texas versus Justin Decker. Can I have parties and not, no, your client's in the middle. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
James Seeloff for the defense.
And are you Justin Allen Decker? All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision, and state's motion to supplement motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Justin Allen Decker who was placed on deferred adjudication in cause number 2020 CR 10203 for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on January 7, 2021 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Your Honor, we're going on violation of condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Justin Allen Decker, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November and December 2021, January, February, March, April, May, and June 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, the state waives all other violations.
All right, any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Decker, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to life in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for the defendant to enter SAT. Then 120 to 180 days, followed by aftercare, and for the defendant to remain in custody until that is available.
All right, is that?
That is our agreement, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Decker, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so state your name for the record, please.
Justin Allen Decker.
All right, so why are you not performing well on probation?
My mother had passed away in September, and that's no excuse, but I had explained to my probation officer that I wasn't gonna be able to turn myself in because I had failed UAs, and my IOP counselor had told me that he was gonna recommend that I do residential treatment. And that's when I got the MTR. When I got the MTR, my probation officer contacted me and told me to turn myself in. And I told her, I'm sorry, man, but I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. My mother's in ICU because she had COVID at the time. And I didn't want to turn myself in and her pass away and me not be there, not go to the viewing or anything. So she said, okay, well, I'll set you a date that you can turn yourself in later in October. Hopefully everything goes well and she pulls through, and she ended up not pulling through and she passed away. Contacted me again, and I just told her, I'm sorry, man, but now I'm just not gonna turn myself in. And then I just stopped reporting. No more contacting.
And see what happens when you don't really communicate?
Yes, ma'am.
You just stop reporting. And I don't know what it is about adults today, but as children, everybody learns just because you don't face a problem doesn't mean it's, ceases to exist.
Yes, ma'am.
So what ends up happening is you end up compounding the problem.
I agree.
All right. So do you have a drug problem?
Yes, I do.
All right. And what's your drug of choice?
Methamphetamine.
And did you use when your mom passed?
Yeah, around the time I did.
All right, so here's something that I'm gonna follow your agreement partially, but here's something you need to know. This is a drug case. And I know people say, it's a drug case. No judge is gonna give me life. I will tell you, as a defense attorney, there was a judge, I'm not gonna mention any names, who gave someone 60 years for a drug case, 60. And that was their first offense, 60. So I could send you to prison for life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then when people ask you at the prison, what are you here for? It's, oh, I didn't report. And they're like, what? What's going on? What do you mean you didn't report? And then you tell them, well, it's a drug case. So you're gonna have to do better.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't avoid your problems. Because honestly, you know what you could have done? You could have turned yourself in, a motion to revoke would have been filed. And I don't know, Mr. Seeloff may have been your attorney. And you know what Mr. Seeloff would have came to me and said, Judge, his mom is in the hospital. She's not gonna make it. Would you allow him to be on bond to go see his mom? And you know what I would have probably said? Unless there were some new cases, something crazy going on, I would have said, okay, we're gonna put him on GPS. We're gonna let him go see his mom, and then we'll handle the motion to revoke. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna deny the motion, alter and amend conditions. And I'm gonna ask for a referral to felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept him, then we'll do SATA. You know what, try SATA and see what is the longest wait, if it's SATA or if it's ISF, cognitive and substantive track. See which one comes up quickest. But the first one I want him referred to is felony drug court. Here's the thing, felony drug court is a good program, but it's a hard program. But if you work the program, you'll do well. So SATA or ISF, cognitive and substantive track.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
He
And
does want to beat his drug problems.
I really do.
all right, and the defendant is to remain in custody until transfer to felony drug court or SATA or ISF. All right, and I'm still gonna want the field visits once he's completed everything. Of course, if you go to felony drug court, you'll be under felony drug court's umbrella, and they will add whatever conditions they want to add. And the only time I will see you is if you're kicked out, which you better not,
I will not.
or you're contacting me saying, I did great, I'm graduating, would you come to my graduation? Which I will. All right, is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, probation, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome. Good luck to
Good
you.
luck. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Mr. Seelong.
This is one of